Hey guys, I'm Grestar, and how about we Let's watch Death Battle Mario vs. Sonic. So, here's what this video is going to be. This video is going to be me reacting to and discussing my old Mario vs. Sonic reaction. So my reaction to the original Mario vs. Sonic Death Battle that was posted about 7 years ago. My reaction was posted between 4 and 5 years ago, and it just blows my mind how long ago that was. I was so young and like full of hope for my future and stuff back then. It's weird to think that it was actually that long ago. So I just wanted to clear that up right away. This is not me reacting to the new Mario vs. Sonic Death Battle. This is me reacting to my old reaction to their old Mario vs. Sonic Death Battle. So if you're not here for that, then just click away. But the reason I'm doing this is because a number of people specifically asked, well, one person specifically asked, they said that they thought this would be a fun idea, and that comment got some likes, my comment responding to them saying if people would be interested, that got some likes, and a number of other people commented on that chain saying that, you know, they just kind of voiced their support for the idea as well. So if you don't want to watch it, that's fine, you don't have to watch this, but this is here for those who do want to watch this. So I think that it'll be an interesting trip down memory lane, and I was also a little blown away when I saw that my reaction, the video was about 11 minutes long. That's ridiculous. I mean, I know that the death battles, it must have been the death battles were shorter then, and I took less time explaining things or something, but it just surprised me. So this shouldn't take too terribly long. I mean, I'll probably make it longer than past me, so yeah, alright. That's enough rambling. With that, let's get to watching. And play.
Hey guys, and how about we watch a death battle, Mario vs. Sonic?
Look at
now,
me.
I'm a pretty big fan of both of these characters.
Little
actually.
bearded
Recently,
baby.
I started playing Sonic Adventure 2 Battle again, and I sort of fell in love with them, I guess, the Sonic characters. But I've always
I'm
been
so
a big fan
chill.
of both. Like, I have fond memories of being young, you know, and going out into the garage, watching my dad play, like, the original Sonic the Hedgehog game. And also, when I was young, I would wake up early before school so I could play Mario Superstar Saga with my big brother.
That's true.
Just 2 examples.
Good
But
times.
I really do love both
Good
the
times.
characters and the series that they're from. Now, I'm sure that the analyses can change my mind, but do you want to know my initial reaction? My
I do.
initial thought as to who can win this death
Is it
battle.
Sonic?
Mamma mia, stop it, it hurts. Mamma mia.
It is Sonic.
I'm Sonic the Hedgehog. So I do think that Sonic is going to win. I mean, Mario has a lot
Good
going
times.
for him, but Sonic, I think, just has the speed, you know? If he could just, like, whip back and forth and punch Mario enough times, Mario will die.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
don't think that Mario can counter that speed.
it just depends
But
on
as
Mario's
usual,
durability
let's
is the
not leave
issue.
that for us to decide. Let's get to watching.
Yeah, see, it's just short and sweet. And there we go, moving on to the death battle. Now I talk for
Makes it
forever.
a battle, huh?
Their rivalry is legendary and their fame unmatched. After battling for over 2 decades, this epic duel will finally meet a decisive end.
And so now I'm kind of just watching a
They're the
death battle
deciding
again.
factor.
The
right?
whimsical Italian plumber. And Sonic, the hyperactive hedgehog. I'm Wizard and he's Boomstick.
I mean, even their, like,
It's our
voice
job to
quality
analyze
and
their
everything was
weapons, armor,
different.
and skills
Like
to
the
find
audio
out
quality,
who
but
will
also just their
win a
voices that they were
death
using
battle.
Bring
for
it on.
Wiz and Boomstick.
Not that that has relevance,
Mario
really.
is one of the Star Children and possesses many special abilities with the intent of protecting his home, the Mushroom Kingdom. Even as
And
a baby,
saving
he was
Peach.
obviously destined
Of course,
for greatness.
of course, saving
When you
Peach.
got an army of dinosaurs serving you before you can even speak, you know you're gonna do great things.
He is well known for his incredible athleticism and
I've played that
unmatched
game
jumping
now.
ability.
Who says
Jump,
white
man.
guys can't jump?
Plus, he's a powerhouse with the strength to lift heavy objects and crush enormous castles. He also uses his bare fists to smash solid
That is
bricks.
true.
With his jumping skills and weight, he can pound and crush his foes into oblivion. And if he needs some extra firepower, well, he's got an entire arsenal of power-ups.
His first power-up is the Fire Flower. With it, Mario obtains pyrokinetic
It's
abilities.
weird because I'm reacting to my reaction, and yeah, my reaction's just watching, so I'm just watching.
To produce a variety of devastating attacks.
He's also got this frog suit thingy. While wearing it, Mario can jump even higher, swim even faster, and breathe
They're
underwater.
making Mario
The
sound
only problem
better.
is,
And he's
no
got
one's
more
really
stuff
gonna
now,
take him
right? And yeah, of
seriously
course, they
during
always
that
make
thing.
the other opponents sound better.
Ah, look at him.
Several different
better than
power-ups have
you would
granted
initially
Mario
think.
flight before, but none as well as the Cape Feather. With it,
Like, I've
Mario
never
can
watched
fly
a death
for
battle
an
and been like,
unprecedented
huh,
amount of time.
now that
Yep.
they've said all that, I don't think that
Good
character's
timing.
as good as I first thought.
Indestructible living steel. But while Middle Mario's extremely
could help
heavy,
against Sonic.
his strength and speed are
Yes, it
boosted,
could.
giving him 10 times more power and just as much agility as before.
That
The
could
Star
definitely
Man
help with
envelops
Sonic.
Mario in a blinding aura of compressed energy, granting increased speed and complete invulnerability for a short time.
Right.
Touching a normal enemy in this state will instantly kill the foe. And while it's not technically a power-up, Mario has a hammer that can
I'm gonna
crush
have to.
almost
That's a fun game.
anything.
I'm
It
gonna
seems
have to
Mario's
keep
always
this separate
stopping
from
troops
next
to get
death
more
battle.
power.
I'm hoping
And with
this
the
doesn't
Mega
screw with
Mushroom,
my
he
prediction
gets
for that.
ginormous, mowing down people,
I haven't
plants,
played that
environment,
game.
hell, everything.
Still haven't played that
Mario
game.
has battled a larger variety of enemies
that
than
one.
any
Or
other
that
video
one. Yep,
game
same.
hero. Whether a foe is large or small, scary
I like
or
the
goofy,
Paper
dumb
Mario
or
games.
deadly, nothing has
Well,
ever proved
I
too
say
much.
that, but I've only
He's never
played the
keeping track
first
of his
and then,
movements.
Thousand
He's
Year
always
Door.
getting kidnapped,
I haven't
he's
played
always
like
showing
Sticker
up at the
Star
wrong
or
castle.
Super Princess
Somebody
Peach or
needs to
whatever.
throw a GPS tracking
Assuming that was
bracelet
Paper
on
Mario.
man.
He's fairly impulsive and not much of a
Keep her under house
strategist,
arrest or
preferring to
something.
quickly fight his way through problems before thinking things through.
But that doesn't matter. Italy's greatest hero can power through anything.
So they pointed out that he rushes into things, but Sonic does too. That's his
Sonic
that's
the
his
Hedgehog
thing.
is the fastest thing alive, and a freedom fighter battling
Didn't quite
to save
hear
the
you over
world
that.
from the tyrannical Dr. Ivo
Should have lowered
Eggman
the
robot.
Death Battle audio
He's
more.
not so bad for a tree-hugging hippie.
Sonic's most notable ability is his speed.
Yeah.
He can easily break the sound barrier in mere seconds.
Yep.
While his top speed is unknown, he has clocked in an average of 765 miles
Love
per
that
hour.
Sonic
Holy
CD
crap,
music
this
video.
guy must
I
blow
still
through
do love
shoes.
that.
He can further
The music
increase
video
his
in that
speed
song.
with his trademark figure eight technique.
But he's not just fast on his feet. He can curl up into a spiky ball and rip through his opponents with the spin attack.
His homing attack rockets toward an opponent and can hit multiple times.
Someone give us a
And
good
with his
battle.
spin dash, he can reach top speeds almost instantly. How does this guy not vomit?
During his adventures, he has used a variety of different shields to improve his abilities.
See,
Each
he
shield
has
can deflect
power-ups,
minor
too.
projectiles and have environmental advantages, though they
Why
will
did I forget
disintegrate
that?
after blocking a deadly blow.
The fire shield can absorb, well, fire and heat, though it can't survive underwater. No shit. But with it, Sonic can use a fiery dash attack.
The lightning shield can't survive in aquatic environments either, but it gives Sonic a mid-air jump for further aerial.
I think
I
that
know
was
that
always my
either.
favorite when
Bubble
playing
shield,
it.
he can breathe underwater and control his jump.
I
with
know
powerful
that.
balance.
I guess
Why do we
past
keep
me didn't
mentioning
know that, but
watery
I know
areas?
that.
'Cause he
And I
can't
thought I
freaking swim.
knew that.
Sonic's ultimate power-up,
The whole
however,
double jump
isn't
thing,
a
but
shield at all.
I think
After
that
absorbing
and then the
thousands of
fire
power
was my
rings during
favorite
his
power-up.
adventures, Sonic has become an embodiment of chaos.
Oh.
Using the power of the 7 Chaos Emeralds, Sonic can tap into their incredible powers
that
and
how it
summon the
happened?
form of Super Sonic.
I guess I
Super Sonic can
forgot
fly,
too.
breathe underwater, and is completely invulnerable.
Not to mention his speed is increased 1,000-fold.
But as with most things that are
Ooh.
unbelievably powerful, it has a time limit. Without a
course.
steady supply of power rings, it can't even last a full minute.
And when the form finally subsides, Sonic returns to normal at peak physical form, regardless of his condition prior to the
That could help.
transformation.
Peak physical
Well,
form, yeah.
Sonic's
I mean,
always
that's less.
risking his life saving the world
completely
from all kinds of
refreshes you.
dangerous robots and demigods. He's kind of a dick.
Sonic is cocky, arrogant, and addicted to action. He gets cranky and unstable when he's cooped up for too long.
And if you ignore him, he'll straight up leave you.
But despite his rough personality, he'll do whatever it takes to save the day.
Yeah, like I don't think that whole thing at the end will really. I
Circle.
don't think that would be a penalty.
All right, the combatants
They're in a
are
death
set.
battle.
Let's
They're
end
in a
this
fight.
debate
All
once
right.
and for all.
But
Here it
first,
is.
I gotta get me some rocket boots so I can run like Sonic.
What? Where are you gonna get the money for rocket boots?
Netflix?
Netflix
Commercial.
movies
Commercial
straight
time.
out,
Okay.
saving you
That's
time.
how he
They
used to
did
do
make
it.
Mario look a lot better with all his power-ups. I did consider his arsenal, but not quite to the extent that they displayed it.
Right.
But they also showed that Sonic is really rather powerful too and really fast. I didn't know everything about his supersonic form. I didn't know that it was because of the rings. I didn't know that he went back to top physical peak.
I
Whatever.
still forgot about that stuff.
That was a short commercial. Wow.
So I assume you still think Sonic's going to win?
All right, Chubby, let's settle this.
Because you didn't announce it. You didn't announce it, man.
Rooting for Sonic. Then,
Okay,
'cause
you're
I
rooting
wanna
for
go with my
Sonic.
initial judgment.
Okay, now he says
But I
it.
like it though.
He is in me, past me. I said it.
Sonic, you can dodge that. You're fast. Ow.
Yeah, supposedly, right?
It hurts. Ah, haha, fire shield.
Pulled that out of nowhere, yes.
You see, just back and forth. Oh.
Hey, it's okay.
That is cool.
You know, I'm not gonna lie.
Animation on this one.
Yeah, I still really like this animation, actually. I still really like it so far, yeah. Oh no! Run!
Mamma mia! The mountain looks so sad.
And out they go. Oh no! Sonic doesn't fare well in the water.
This isn't how it's gonna end, is it? Okay, never mind.
Yeah, he's
I was
good.
like,
He's got a
gonna
bubble.
Die from what?
Well, he doesn't have a bubble anymore.
Please play the music. Please play the music.
My face, I'm like so concerned. Ah!
Is he dead?
No, he's not. He's okay.
No.
How's that, plumber?
Oh no, it's a Metal Mario.
They did say it was indestructible.
So can the Metal Cat, or yeah, can that outlast Supersonic form? That's the question, right? And then he's got that.
So you're
What?
a bit tougher
Was
than
it
I
already
thought,
done?
huh? But now it's time for me to finish this. Whoa.
Well, Mario might actually have this
Uh-oh.
one. Though he is in top condition now. I don't know. Oh, conflict.
You're too
That's what this
slow.
is about. Conflict.
Okay, wait, are we zooming out or is Mario just shrink?
That's what you have to wonder, right?
Yeah.
Now's my chance.
There you go.
Yay, Mario's dead.
Now that's what I call a death battle.
Their power-ups seemed evenly matched, countering blow for blow.
Mario was even able to counter the unstoppable Supersonic.
Yeah, no
But with
kidding.
their arsenals exhausted, Mario was no match for Sonic's natural speed. Even if they had used their lesser-known power-ups like the Ice Flower or Super Emeralds, there's no reason to say the result would be any different.
Looks like Mario just couldn't keep
Oh, that's
up.
just so
The winner
brutal.
is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ow.
Claps for Sonic.
Next time
We'll see what
on
the next
Death
time
Battle.
is.
Oh,
Next
next
month, we're
time.
doing something a little different.
Between two people, everybody wants to see fight to the death. Because we hate them.
Of course, if you have
That
an
came
idea
right
for
after Mario vs.
I didn't
Sonic?
get who that was.
Weird.
But alright, well.
That was
was
Bieber
fun.
versus Black.
Totally. I called it essentially when
You
I
did.
said that it was Sonic's speed that was gonna make him win, because that's what they said in the end. Once our arsenals were exhausted, Sonic's natural speed, won it for him.
Yeah?
And that's true.
No
What I
power-up
didn't
needed there.
think, though, was that they would use his speedy spin to turn him into like a saw blade. That was terrible for Mario.
A little bit. He did
As
die.
much as I thought Mario was gonna lose, or that ew. But that was good. I'm glad that they had that explanation at the end, to back it all up. I don't think that they made the wrong decisions, but Mario did a lot better than I'd expected.
He did.
He really,
He
got
did, yeah.
in there, and I'm looking at the toy, by the way, when I'm doing that. He really got in there, and he showed me that he was better than I took him to be. So, good job, Plumber, and good job to you too, Hedgehog, that I looked at. So thanks for watching. I hope
And
you
that's
enjoyed
it.
that. And if you did, of course, feel free to
Like, comment if you're new, even subscribe. It means a lot, really helps me out, and I'd love to have you guys. So tune in next time for my next video. Until then, take care. Slow fade out. Ah, man. And then just the toys beating on each other. I'll admit, that was actually, I enjoyed watching that. That was fun. Sometimes when people come to my channel and they say like, hey, I'm watching this series now, I kind of cringe because I'm like, oh, that's an old series. I don't know if you should be watching that. Because I know that I've definitely changed, I was a lot more chill back then, Now when I present to the webcam, I like to think I have more energy. Of course, that does contribute to rambling a little bit more, but like just my own vocal quality, that has changed over time. I don't sound as subdued as I did back then. Maybe like my reactions have subdued a little bit, but vocally a little more energetic, I think. And I think overall that's been a good change. But I did enjoy seeing past little me, little baby Riz Grestar, in this video here. First, really quick, before we move on, as in like talk about me more, because that was the point of this reaction, like how I did things and everything. I do want to talk a little bit about that death battle, actually. So again, first, I hope that this doesn't ruin my prediction for the next time, because the next time, I've learned from comments, is going to be not like a rematch, but a remake. So they're taking Mario vs. Sonic, and they're looking at all of their feats all over again, and they're trying to use, like, more modern death battle standards. Because again, the original Mario vs. Sonic was about 7 years ago. So now in Death Battle, they use feats a little differently. They kind of look a lot more, yeah, at what those feats actually mean. So they kind of take the numbers from it, they pull the actual data and compare the facts that they can get, you know? And so that could have different results. It's hard to say. It very well could lead to Sonic winning again, or it might mean that the scales have been tipped in Mario's favor. I won't know until I see it, so I'm hoping that watching this again won't reinforce the idea that Sonic will win too badly in my mind, because, you know, like, past me thought that Sonic was going to win right away. Current me still kind of thinks the same, because just, it's Sonic. But if they're not going to take feats from, like, the Archie comics, I've heard debate on whether or not they would. If the numbers in Mario's prove to be too weird, I don't know, it's hard to say who would actually win, but we'll save that for next time. But I really did enjoy that last death battle, and the animation. I think a lot of people, I feel like part of the reason people are excited for a remake is because that animation wasn't good to them, but I think that animation was a lot better than, honestly, a lot of the current death battles. And I think the big reason for me is the presentation of it. Like, was it the flashiest? No, absolutely not. Like, was it the smoothest of animations? It was not. But what it did was it presented a nice little story. Okay, so what it didn't do is show, like, how they're together and why they're fighting. But the rest of the fight was, like, a nice story and presentation, and I really appreciated, you know, the camera changes and the music changes and, like, the little jokes in there. It had a certain charm that I think some of the death battles today are actually missing. So I appreciated that. I was pleasantly surprised going back into this battle, because I forgot what the battle was itself, like how it played out. And I think that it was still really good. I think it holds up really well to this day, so well done, Death Battle team, for having pulled that off. Now, did I hold up a little past me to this day? I'd like to think yes. It's definitely different. It's definitely different than how I perform now, but I still think that I at least enjoyed it. But that very well could be nostalgia. After all, I'm watching myself and am surprisingly not entirely, like, disappointed or anything. So, hey, that's a plus. And then, of course, the nostalgia, I know it plays a huge part, because watching that, see, like, when I was first reacting to death battles, I was just reacting to death battles where I knew the characters, you know? So, like, my very first one was Fox vs. Bucky, because I love Fox McCloud. Star Fox is one of my favorite game franchises. Largely just for the anthropomorphic world that it introduced me to and that kind of thing. But it's a great game series, and so that was the first one I watched. And then I don't remember the order in which I watched things. Like, I don't know which this was for me, you know, Mario vs. Sonic. I don't know whether it was my second, third, etc. But it was one of the early ones, because again, I was picking specifically ones that I had some sort of connection to. And what I would tend to do at the start of those death battles is I would show you, the audience, you know, like, what kind of connection I had to it. First, I would kind of explain my own nostalgia for whatever that series or character was, and if I had, like, plushes or, like, some sort of merchandise, like, I'd show that off at the beginning on camera. And so in this one, you know, I had, like, a little Sonic toy and a little Mario toy. Were they necessarily mine? No, they were my younger siblings, but they were in the home, and, you know, I had access to them and that kind of thing, you know, like, we as a family were into that series. And so that was, I don't know. Again, for the sake of nostalgia, I thought it was kind of cute. You know, me showing off, frankly, toys. But because it was me, you know, like, that was my way of saying, like, hey, look, I actually do like these characters. I have an affinity for them already, you know? It's not like Death Battle's introducing me to them. I already knew them. Here's kind of the proof. And it was just fun for me. And then also seeing the space in which I was recording. That is what I referred to as my closet fortress, because what it was, you know, those kind of like accordion doors almost? So it's like a wall, and there are 4 panels, and 2 of the panels are like hinged together in the middle. So you'd open them from the center, and they'd kind of just fold in to be like little triangles almost, you know? One of those had broken off, and so I asked if I could keep it and the other one, and so I stood those up behind my chair and threw like a blanket and a sheet over them, and that was my background for like the longest time when I was recording videos. It was such like a janky thing. Something that I really threw together, you know, it was total improvisation. And it worked though. I mean, like, obviously it wasn't super professional. I moved on then once I could, once we moved locations, to just a blank wall background. And now I have this as my background. So I think that I have improved the background over time, but being able to see that and, you know, revisiting those memories, man, it got so hot in there, let me tell you. It was fun. I think that, I think the last big thing is that I didn't pause to give my prediction during that time. I would predict just during the commercial. So like you saw there, the commercial was short. My prediction was short. I didn't get to explain any of my thoughts, any of my reasoning for like why I thought this would trump this, like this feat kind of canceled out this feat or whatever. I didn't even announce the winner or who I thought the winner would be until the death battle started. And I just kind of casually threw it out there. Now I definitely pause. I believe people in the comments were like, hey, you know, you can take your time on the prediction. Like, we don't have... So I started pausing and actually discussed things. So it's kind of just fun, though, seeing that that's how I used to do it. It wasn't as well polished as I like to think it is today. And then lastly, just mean, you know, I did kind of breeze on past a lot of things. I didn't take the time to fully express myself, at least not to the extent that I do today. And I guess that's basically it. Yeah. But overall, the death battle still definitely holds up to this day. And I like to think that that video, the video of mine, my reaction, I like to think that it's still alright. You know? Definitely different than how I do things today, but I like to think it was okay. So I at least enjoyed this little trip down memory lane. I hope that you guys did too. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments below, whether you liked it, whether you disliked it, what you thought about this or that, etc., so on and so forth. And I look forward to this coming Saturday, where we will be watching together, after of course you've watched it on Screw Attack's channel, Mario vs. Sonic, the remake. But yeah, thank you guys again, and with that, we're calling it here.
Cue outro, go!